So far, this analysis of a rational kind, which is very critical, very important, does not fully tap into the Daivik Shakti that is actually the basis for this civilization. In each of our houses, there are different spaces. In most of the Indian homes, regardless of religion perhaps, but definitely in Hindu homes, you will have a space which is dedicated to gods. You are the same person and you have extraordinarily bad behavior in the rest of the house. But when you move into that part, you are mindful. You are actually very, very aware of what you speak. You are aware of what your content is of your mind, right? Why did that happen? It happened because you acknowledge that there is a higher presence, you are in the presence of that force, and it alters your behavior immediately. And it is through that behavior that we create common action. And it is this we call the knowledge system. The knowledge system is not some abstract where, of course, there is a whole ontology, axiology, epistemology, praxis, we can speak the academic jargon. But the fact is that this genius of this civilization is that the metaphysics of life, death, the metaphysics of what is meaning, what is transcendence, has been culturalized into the everyday living, and it has created the sacred space. Now, if we can understand this example of what happens in our own houses when we visit the sacred space, and you then wonder about how did this civilization, without actually having whatever centralized institutions that we see in other cultures, how did it actually come together? What Pawan Verma calls the audacity of ideas. That ideas of karma, punarjanma, rina, nityakriya, all of these things have built this land of 2000 square kilometers by 1800 square kilometers, north to south, east to west, for over at least 6,000 years. What is it that is binding? There is a different Shakti that is at play here, and the way to survive, the way to define knowledge systems is to actually tap into the traditions of knowledge and start, for example, to be very specific, what needs to be done? We need to get the Bhairava back, we need to get Ma Durga back, we need to get Sri Rama back. The minute your gods start talking in culture, the minute our people start looking at our gods in our culture, then the forces that you're talking about are not greater than our gods. That is the belief that we need to go with.